This is a short and snappy explanation of how to do an analysis of a vignette of your choice from Sandra Cisneros' The House on Mango Street. I'm giving an example of an analysis of the vignette Hips. The House on Mango Street is presented by Sandra Cisneros in a series of vignettes. The definition of vignette is a brief evocative account or description. As you know already from reading the first few vignettes, Miss Cisneros is very poetic in her style. In the vignette Hips, Cisneros explores the theme of growing up and the challenges of moving from one world to another. The vignette begins with the girls discussing how and why hips develop. Esperanza herself says, "One day you wake up and there they are, ready and waiting to take you where?" Another girl suggests that hips are good for dancing or jumping rope. Ninny, in her childish way, thinks that if you don't get them, you may turn into a man. As the girls reach puberty, they develop physically. There is a comment about not going too fast and not going too slow. This is very good advice. Hips is a metaphor for transitioning from the world of childhood into the world of adulthood. Jumping rope symbolizes this progress. The jump rope represents how the girls are jumping from one world into the next world, whether it's fast or slow. The rope is two arcs, wide open like jaws, representing the dangers and pitfalls that may exist along the way for the girls. Esperanza and others mess up as they jump in, similar to the struggle that we all go through as we try to grow up. We all make many missteps. This leads us to the major theme. As we mature, we make many mistakes. The girls will mess up as they jump in, and sometimes they'll do it smoothly. Ninny remains in a world that the other girls don't belong to anymore. Esperanza is almost sad about this. You can hear it in the tone, even though she wants to move forward. In this assignment, you will analyze a vignette of your choosing. In your analysis, you should examine any and all literary devices utilized by Miss Cisneros. You'll focus on how these devices contribute to the meaning, the effect, or both of the vignette. You will consider imagery, figurative language, symbolism, diction, point of view, and sound devices when you think about how Sandra Cisneros develops her theme of a specific vignette. Always link these considerations to the overall meaning of her entire book, The House on Mango Street. Keep in mind as you choose your vignette to analyze with your group, you will be acting this out. Think about what it says about the challenges of growing up. What does the vignette have to do with the idea of worlds and finding the place where we each belong? As you do your analysis, keep in mind that the mood and tone of your vignette matters. As you explore the mood and tone or the attitude of your vignette, be sure you think about and describe the mood and the tone of the speaker. You will also pay attention to changes or mood swings. Take note of any kind of shifts in the speaker's attitude or emotions. Each of these vignettes is similar to a poetic experience. This is because Cisneros' understanding of any experience is very poetically placed. Discovery of her understanding of an experience is critical to the understanding of the entire vignette. You must trace the feelings of the speaker from the beginning of the vignette to the end, just as you would a poem, paying particular attention to the conclusion. Most importantly, however, is the identification of the theme or the big idea of each vignette. Identify the theme by recognizing the human experience, motivation, or the condition described in the vignette. This step within itself has its own system. You will summarize the plot, list the literal subjects of the vignette, such as jumping rope, and then from there you move to the abstract concepts, such as dangers in making mistakes or jumping in too soon or going too fast or too slow. Pay attention to everything the characters say in the vignette. Also, try to determine what Cisneros is saying about your subject. Then you will write your analysis using the appropriate essay format. Always use formal language when you're doing your analysis, and good luck.